Okay, I'm Sheila Converse. I'm a clinical associate professor. I teach in the School of Music and in the Honors College. I think one of the most important things I learned teaching a 100 level class was that there are two basic principles. One is that I needed to learn how to shape their behavior. So what I needed was to figure out where they were when they came in the door and where they needed to be at the end. And part of that had to do with figuring out that not only did they need to learn the information or the topic of my course, but they needed to learn how to be college students. So thinking about really basic things that I wanted them to know, I wanted them to know that they needed to come to class. That was number one. You have to come to class and be in the seat if you're going to succeed as a college student. So I created assignments that were due every day. They had to turn the assignment in at the beginning of class. It was a way of taking attendance, but it also motivated them to come to class. The other thing they needed to do was to get used to preparing before they came to class, and the assignment had the same purpose. The idea of the assignment was they read the chapter before they came, they turned it in. So they read the material and they came to class. Then the next thing I did was to design PowerPoint presentations, and the PowerPoints had three main ideas. I knew in 50 minutes I could never do more than 3 ideas. So I had to organize my lectures. What are the 3 things I want them to know? I would show the slide, these are what we're going to talk about. We would go through the material, and at the end of class, I would review the things that we had talked about that day. So I wasn't yelling the last important idea at them as they were running out the door. It helped them know exactly what was going to happen in the class. It helped me organize my material so it was very clear. These are the things we're covering today. Then the exams were based on those things. So they basically had the review in every single class. This is the important ideas. This is what you'll be tested on. Then the other thing I did was to, at the beginning, really give them a tremendous amount of help. So in addition to designing the classes that way, I gave them a review sheet. These are the people you need to know. These are the terms you need to know. This is the other material, and gave them everything they needed to know, reviewed it before the test, then gave them the test. The next time, I gave them a less comprehensive review sheet. And with each exam, I gave them less and less, till for the last exam, there was no review sheet. You now know what my tests look like. You know what I'm expecting. If you've been in class, you know what that content is. So there was kind of guiding principles for me about shaping their behavior, about deciding what exactly I wanted them to be able to do at the end, both in terms of my content area, but also in terms of being college students. And that would vary from field to field, but that concept is really important. And then making sure that what I did in lecture really reinforced the things I was trying to teach. The assignments reinforced that, the way the lecture was organized reinforced that. And then creating assignments that encourage them, let's say encourage them to come to class prepared. So that concept that they needed to read first and then come was really very valuable. So those are the main things I did in that particular, to encourage, to help students transition.